The team returns from their mission in the realm of the lost, having acquired Olivia's lost soul, only to be scolded by Mr. Crumb. Echo's gauntlet has been confiscated, and Lily and Lawrence recuperate in the medbay. However, the next morning, it's time to finish what you all started. We'll first zoom in here. As Echo, you wake up in your dorm, immediately remembering what happened the night before. As you look to the floor next to your bed, you see Ellis in a sleeping bag. He's already awake, checking his phone now that he's back on Earth, and just then your own phone blows up with messages from the others. Today, you are all to meet up to bring Olivia back. And Ellis looks to you when he notices you're awake. Hey man, morning.
Morning. Edgar kind of rubs his eyes as he kind of looks at his hand that doesn't have the gauntlet anymore, and he just kind of looks over to him. Sorry, I didn't expect to have my gauntlet confiscated, or else you would have been out of here by now.
No, I get it. It sucks that happened. Yeah, I don't want to, bump space off of you for too long. But obviously,
you're fine. We'll figure out a way to get you out of here soon. We just gotta deal with some things first. So sorry about that.
No. Honestly, I mean, you let me sleep in your house. Now you're letting me, hang out in your room. I mean, I really can't thank you enough. Like, obviously, there's some awkward everything with school rules and whatever, but I mean, I really do appreciate it.
You didn't have anything in my house, did you, before we crashed into it?
Nothing that matters that big. I mean, it was your house. I mean, I have to imagine you lost some stuff.
Houses can be rebuilt, lives less, so I'm just glad you're okay.
Thanks. It was a lucky break. I was outside.
Yeah. Echo's gonna get up and stretch as he puts on his poncho. I gotta go meet with everyone else, so I'll bring you some breakfast or something later.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
No problem. Again, sorry.
No, seriously, don't feel the need to apologize. I mean, you've saved me more than enough times now.
Okay. We'll figure out something. I'll be back soon.
Alright. You head out and...
Echo goes to, throw a portal and he realizes he can't. He just kind of sighs. And just...
have to open the door like a normal person.
Yeah, god damn it.
As you open the door, camera shot over your shoulder as we see Ellis look at your desk and notice the jar with the butterfly in it and start poking at it as you close the door. And you're gonna make your way down the hall and go to meet up with everybody.
Where's everybody?
Everyone is going to be, here shortly, meeting up in the med bay. As we move over to the med bay, obviously, one of our own is already here. Lily, the night before, you and Lawrence were here recovering from the battle, but Catalyst was able to patch you up pretty quickly, given the nature of your injuries. So you're up and moving as quickly as you want to be this morning. You'll notice that Lawrence and Catalyst were also up early before even the sun getting things prepared for the operation today. Everyone else should be arriving soon, but you have time to help out, get caught up on what this is going to look like. What is Lily doing in preparation? What is she thinking in this moment?
I mean, she probably wants to get up and clean herself, shower, because she hit a rock and then has been in here since. So she probably just wants to. There's not really any prep she needs to do. She's a normal person without powers.
Yeah, you're able to get up, get a shower, get a change of clothes, and make your way back this morning. Just kind of trying to freshen yourself up and be a little more, feel a little more normal after the craziness that's happened. But of course, again, you walk in to see the madness unfolding as, Catalyst and Lawrence are quite the characters. So when you walk in and you're thinking like, okay, today's the day, it's time, you see that Olivia's body is like strapped to this table that almost, it looks like what you'd expect to see out of like a mad scientist's table for like Frankenstein's monster. You see that there are tubes hooked into her, sending her fluids, and metal bolts attached to her body with thin cables or thin wires that are just connected across her body.
She'll get closer to Lawrence. Is that like necessary?
You see Lawrence is preparing, like getting glyphs on his hands and up his arms, and he is preparing a piece of charcoal to get some glyphs near her. And he looks to you and kind of sighs and says, I mean, she is, her body is stone cold dead. They apparently had her in cryostasis, I guess, so it's gonna take a lot of extra work to get her body moving, even if we can put her soul back in it. But I mean, Catalyst seems like he knows what he's doing, even if it looks fucked up.
Okay. That's like we're doing a ritual, right? I'm not misremembering things.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm doing a ritual to, I'm preparing it now. I'm gonna have to guide her soul back into her body, but the problem is that if her body's gonna be able to function, like, after her soul is in it, like, it'd be different if it basically is like the difference between if she's possessing an object or if she's in a body.
You didn't explain that part to me back when you were pitching this as a thing I could do.
Well, I didn't know that she had been put in cryostasis. I didn't know she was all frozen like she is. She's pretty thought out by now, at least, which helps, but yeah, it doesn't really help the process.
As long as the bolts aren't permanent. I don't think she'd appreciate them.
I don't really know about that part. Catalyst is just kind of doing what he needs to, I guess, to get her moving again. I think he's going to be sending jolts into her to make sure her brain can function again. And after this, you hear the door open behind you. And before many others arrive, you see Nightwalker step into the room. And of course, he'll give you a nod as he's kind of come in to just keep watch over the situation, give a nod over to Catalyst, while Catalyst is just buried in his screens getting things prepared. Just looks to you and Lawrence, says, "Good morning, Mr. Graham, Miss Fox."
Morning, Nightwalker.
And not long after he arrives, many of your friends arrive, including Triffany, who has run in with everyone, hearing that something was going on, that you guys were back, and she runs into the room with everyone, looks around, and then is going to run over to you.
Oh, Lily, thank goodness you are okay. Welcome back.
Hey, girl. Yeah, everything went fine.
Oh dear, what is that they have Olivia on?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know the science, but I am trying to, figure out how much of this is necessary and how much is Catalyst kind of living out some sort of, I don't know, mad scientist dream.
That is troubling. I hope it does not hurt her.
See Lawrence move over and start with his scarf kind of extended out from him, holding a piece of charcoal, marking her arms and hands with glyphs. And he seems very tentative about touching her body. And Catalyst just gives a nod to him as they speak to each other. And yeah, the rest of you have made your way into the room as well to see this prep getting started.
Well,
I'm looking a little bit nervous.
oh, well, you know, all we can do is hope now.
It'll work. We did the hard part. It'll work.
Oh, yeah, like, it's gonna work, but, like, I have no idea what they're doing, like, at all. It's like, I just have to blind faith at this point.
Yeah.
Nightwalker will walk over and, make his way kind of around you all to head over towards Catalyst, but he nods to you all and says, "Do not worry, Catalyst knows what he is doing, even if this is an unorthodox situation. We will keep things under control." He walks over towards Catalyst as he's talking to him, and it seems like they have a bit of an urgent tone, but otherwise Catalyst seems pretty calm.
So how are you guys doing?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
That's good.
I had a pretty
Okay.
crap sleep. Stayed up too late.
Hmm.
But I'll bounce
Yeah.
back. Also, like, I feel like being, less energetic for this. I feel like I gotta bring the vibes up. We're literally bringing someone, like, oh my god. We're kind of doing like a Frankenstein. Well, I'm not doing it, but they are.
Okay, let's not put imagery of Frankenstein out into the cosmos. The bolts are not permanent. We have to believe.
Yeah, but, like, someone can do the she's alive thing, right?
If Catalyst does the she's alive thing, I will be so annoyed.
Like, how many times do I am joking about this, and it is very grim, but honestly, what else am I gonna do right now? I don't think this is something that happens too often at Star Heights. I don't want to. Terry gets closer and whispers. I don't want to ask if this has happened before. Like, how many, like, full-on, like, necromantic resuscitations do you think you do at a hero school?
I would assume none, given how
Yeah.
Hall Monitor reacted.
Yeah.
Seemed
So-
unprecedented.
Well, first for everything.
I'm just wondering how many other deaths there's been.
Yeah, probably, like, a few, but, like, again, necromantic, like, resuscitate, like, bringing someone's back from, like, super hell. We have to be the first, right?
Yeah, that's gotta be new.
Probably.
Yeah.
By the way, so Echo, is the crane guy just like in your room still?
Shh.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask, is that like a secret? Is he like a legal pet sort of deal in an apartment?
We should probably find a way how to get him out. Unfortunately, I can't do that easy enough.
What a stupid situation.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I mean, Triff could probably just fly him out, like at night, right?
Triffany just kind of looks between you all and says,
Who are we speaking of?
He's like some guy. He
Oh,
works at the mall, I think.
oh, Echo, you have a friend?
Yeah, I have a few of those, Trip.
Oh boy, what does he look like?
I'll tell you later, Trip.
Oh, okay.
He's a secret, though. We can't tell anybody, okay?
she puts a finger to her lips and goes, "Shh." And
Just, like, mirrors the shh.
Or failing that, we could just get stupid train guy to fucking cart him out of here again, couldn't we?
I don't know. It's a worry for another.
We could do that. But
I still
again,
have those pictures. I will not be deleting them.
And as you guys are talking about this, you notice that the others across the room are moving. And Catalyst nods to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to move to the device on the floor. And the table in the center of the room is going to shift angles a bit. And you can all see more of Olivia here. And I want anyone who is paying close attention to Olivia to roll to assess the situation.
Oh, I'm good at that.
We'll see.
Oh, wow.
Wahoo!
Okay, Joey, good job.
Wow.
Were
Okay.
the check marks always red, or am I losing my mind?
The
In our character sheets, the check marks on our sheets are red now. They
Oh,
used to be blue.
that might be
They're
new.
blue for me.
They're blue for me.
They're red for
Me
me.
too.
Oh, it's just foreshadowing that you're turning evil because they stole your gauntlet.
Ah, I see.
This is villain arc.
No cap. Truly, guys, just
No cap.
No
No
cap.
cap, truly.
Truly, truly. So yeah, what you guys are noticing, Echo, you've got sharp eyes, Joe as well, Lily, you are paying very, very close attention to Olivia and the state she's in. Lily, you were told this, and Joey and Echo, you're kind of able to piece this together based on how she looks, but it is clear that she was in cryostasis before this, and that her body is in the position where it is basically all thawed now, but you can kind of tell based on how her skin looks that she was in that condition. But moreover, there are multiple areas on her body that have new bits of skin grafted to them and stitched in place. A lot of damages across her body, as it is very revealed through parts of her suit that look like they have been destroyed from the impact with the meteor. And she is not looking good. Like when you see her in this position strapped to this table, already the setup is unsettling, but seeing the state her body is in just kind of brings home just how bad of a condition she is in at the moment. But as Lawrence sits down with the device and his eyes begin to glow, Catalyst is off to the side, messing with screens. He says, "All right, Mr. Graham, let us begin." And as Lawrence's eyes glow, the glow spreads to his hands, and he will peel the talisman off of the small Magitech captured device that was given to him. And as the device whirs and unfurls, a light flashes out, and you are all able to see what looks like a almost sort of smoky apparition, no real form to it. But Lily, just given your connection to her, you can feel, maybe even see, that this is Olivia still. It's like you already knew it was her, but just seeing her flying around, you're like, you can feel the panic that she is in. Lawrence is going to reach up with his hands and, as if grabbing at the air, trying to ease her along with his mind, moves his hands in circular motions, and once again...
He's dead.
Ethan,
Cut out.
Oh, well, I'm back now.
you cut out
Yeah,
for
you're back.
just about all
Yeah,
of that.
I can tell.
Lawrence shot.
Lawrence is going toot, and then
Idiot.
Lawrence is moving his hands around in a circular motion, and is basically trying to trap Olivia's soul in the air in a circular motion, in a torrent, very much like how he had to capture her originally in order to keep her from roaming free and just flying out of the room. As he catches her in this torrent, he is going to kind of glance over to Catalyst briefly before looking back up to her. And Catalyst is going to start pulling levers and tapping at things on his screen. And as he pulls one large lever, electricity will arc across some of these metal coils into her body and give it a little pump before he moves over and quickly performs a few chest compressions. Many colorful, bizarre liquids are funneled into her body, and as he does chest compressions, he looks over to Nightwalker and nods to him, moving back to his screens as Nightwalker will pick up and continue the chest compressions. After another arc of lightning shoots into her body, she seizes up, and her body begins twitching slightly. At that, Nightwalker will step back, and Catalyst says, "All right, young Mr. Graham, now." and Lawrence will shakily move his hands down towards Olivia's corpse, and the smoky light flying around in the air will dive into the empty shell on the table as he holds his hands, grips his fingers, tries to hold her in place. And as this happens, the glyphs on his arms, along up to his palms, the glyphs on her palms up along her arms begin to glow, and after another seize shoots through her, her body goes rigid, and it almost looks like she's having a seizure for a moment before her body stops convulsing, and she begins to shake her head around, breathing heavily under her mask as Lawrence rushes over to take her mask off. She's hyperventilating and says, "What? Where am I? What happened?" And as she panics, you all see that the table is lowering and she's still strapped to it, but Lawrence steps back, putting his hands up. And Olivia is panicking, but she is back with you all.
Lily was like wringing her hands nervously throughout all that, and now that she's lowering, we'll rush up to the table. Hey, you're cool. You're good. Olivia, you're good.
Oh my god, where am I? Last thing I remember, there was a giant rock, and Lily?
You're in the school, you're fine.
She's like looking around the room. Eye patch not in her face. You see the empty socket of, where she's lacking an eye, scars along her face. Where actually you once saw many burns on her skin, now there's new skin grafted in place. And she just feels her face, looks around, and you can tell she is still, she is not fully here. She is full on panicking.
You're okay. We can explain. Just take a deep breath.
I don't... What? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You won the trial, right?
Oh yeah, the powers are gone. It's all gone.
Oh. Good.
That's not, I mean, like, that's good, but you're fine. Like, if you are okay, that is the more important thing right now. I've been good for a few days.
Days? Am I okay?
Catalyst will walk over, and he exchanges exterior nozzle of one tube into another solution, as he says, "This will help to calm you down. In just a moment, I will undo your shackles. I do apologize, Olivia."
Shackles? What? Why am I,
Okay. Now, take a deep breath. You did die.
What?
Like the rock. It was a meteorite. Or an asteroid. And it did hit you. And you did die. But we got you. So you're fine now.
Oh.
And as you're close to Olivia, are you like close to her? Are you trying to avoid touching her? What is Olivia or what is Lily's kind of care to Olivia like in this moment? What is your stance like?
She has her gloves on, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Then yeah, Lily would just be standing next to the table, like holding her hand.
Okay. As you're holding your hand, or her hand, and keeping an eye on her, of course, you could still tell she's in a state of panic. But you notice as you're holding her hand, and you feel her wrist a little bit, her pulse is extremely shallow, and she is still very cold to the touch, despite being back.
I died. Okay. Okay. But I'm back.
Like not for long, and we got you back. It was like How long was it? Was it a week? Has it been a week?
It's just been a few days at this point.
Oh, it's just been a few days. It's not even a week, you know?
Olivia, hello, dear. Yes, you are fine now. We are all here. Triffany, yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Well, what is all this stuff that's hooked into me?
Well, I don't like super understand what all of it is, but we had to, do like a ritual / science to like get your body working again.
Okay.
Catalyst walks over and will take a seat on a stool next to the table and say, Miss Livia, it is as Lily has said. Your body was in a state of death. It was inactive for a few days, which you have not lost a lot of time, but during that period, we had to put your body into stasis. So, the equipment around you is here to help your body function as close to normally again as we can help it.
Wow. Why did you freeze my body? Why didn't you just like bury me? I don't understand.
Your situation was unprecedented. It is fortunate that your friends were able to collect your soul and bring it back here.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question.
I mean, if we buried you, that would have made like getting you back a lot harder, because then we would have had to that would have been a lot more work. So it's like it's good.
Why do I have all this stuff stitched to me? This isn't my cheek. This isn't my arm.
It seems that in the state of your death, your Grimrot went rampant. It was in need of control, which is why we put you into stasis. I am concerned that without you to control it, your Grimrot, it seems that it will consume your body in its entirety before spreading further outward. I'm unable to calculate how far it would spread before it would stop, if it would at all. Hence why we had to store your body. Once again, thankfully, your friends here were able to bring your soul back, and we were able to solve that issue before it got out of hand.
Okay.
We did not know that part. This is also the first time hearing of that.
Yes, it seems that things lined up quite fortuitously. Miss Olivia, I am going to give you some time. Speak to your friends. Try to breathe slowly. Calm should return, and I can answer any questions you have once you are there.
Okay.
He will nod and stand up from his stool and move over with Nightwalker as they move off a little further to the side of the room to speak to one another. Lawrence just makes his way to the edge of the room and stands by you, Terry, as he just kind of wipes his forehead a bit, looks to you, Echo, and hands the device over and just says, "Hey, this is yours."
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm gonna tuck it under his poncho.
Yeah, no problem.
You doing okay?
Me, I'm fine. Feeling right as rain after yesterday. Just glad we could get this all figured out.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate your help, Lawrence. Thanks for going to another dimension with us.
Yeah, don't mention it. You know.
I
But,
will.
I'm glad I could help. I don't want to be in the way, so I guess I'll go. But just tell Olivia I'm glad that she's back. And he goes to turn around and like quickly try to leave the room.
We'll keep you updated, Lawrence. Thank you for all your help. You were pivotal in the situation.
He just like gives a shy wave as he's like pulling up his scarf and exits through the door.
There he goes.
And Joey, where are you at in the room as you see Lawrence leave?
Yeah, whenever Joey is standing by the door themselves, and whenever Lawrence like runs to leave, Joey kind of like nods at them, kind of understanding a little bit. Joey was completely terrified during the ritual. It was actually like terrifying, literally, to Joey to watch that take place.
Olivia just
They're kind of wordless, honestly.
makes sense.
Echo looks over to Joey and just kind of gives her a soft look. You doing okay?
Yeah. I'm alright. Joey's kind of looking around, and you're kind of getting the feeling that whatever it is she is feeling, she's not trying to say it right now. It's not really a moment for her.
Here gives a little
So
nod. I'm just kind of
yeah.
giving Joey like a little sympathetic look. And he just kind of looks back towards Olivia and Lily.
Olivia on the table, she's just trying to breathe, and you can tell Lily that she is becoming calmer as she's been hooked up to this new IV. Her breathing is starting to slow a bit. She just, you guys got my soul. What happened? What?
Yeah, it's so we went to, I don't remember the names of them. We went to the fire dimension with Echo's gauntlet and like it was a whole ordeal. We used one of the feathers from a Deja to make a thing that let us go to the realm where the Deja are, which is also where, all the souls are. So we did that and then just tracked you down and had to, like, basically I was like a rescue mission for your soul. We had to like put you in a tube.
Thank you.
I mean, no thanks needed. It was, I mean, you're my best friend. I wasn't gonna do nothing, so.
She kind of just is looking over her
I'm just
arms.
glad you're okay.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think about, wow, okay, I died.
But like not for long. Like people die, and then come back. That's a thing that happens. It's like you can be dead on the operating table for a bit.
Yeah,
She kind of rubs her neck where you see that there are some stitches around her neck.
Look, I'm not trying to like diminish what you're feeling. I'm just saying, this is like good.
yeah. I guess I just, it's shocking is all.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot.
There's a
Do you-
lot.
Do you need do you want water or anything? Are you hungry?
I don't I don't know. I don't really feel much. Everything's kind of cold and tingly at the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. It'll probably take a bit.
Yeah, I guess I'll have a lot of questions for Catalyst. I gotta figure out what I even need to ask.
Do you want me to bring you anything from your room?
Yeah, I think I want those animals you got me.
Lily gives a solemn nod, thinking to herself like, I'm gonna have to get like a bug and bucket.
She's like, all right, mission accepted. Triffany will just say, yes, dear, anything you need. You have 2 beautiful housewives to serve on you, wait on you hand and foot, yes?
Maids is probably what you meant to say.
Did I? Thank you, Triff. I guess, Lily, this might be weird. I guess, could you call, your mom or your dad for me, or text them or something?
Sure. What do you want to say?
I want to know if, like, what, I guess I want to ask what I should be asking the doctor now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, my mom is more of like a natural. She doesn't like doctor's offices, but my dad probably knows stuff to say.
Okay, yeah, that would help. I don't know what to ask, and I don't know who to ask. I guess maybe.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's a lot, and this is pretty unprecedented. So that makes total sense.
Yeah. So who all went? You said you went to. Did you went to like the afterlife? Was I in heaven? Or we were in heaven?
Yeah, we were in heaven.
Does that mean I went to hell?
We call it super hell.
I go to super hell when I die?
I think that's more just because it's a bad place, and it sounds more easy to say than it's like Apalea.
Why did I go to super hell?
It's not like really actually. It's not like a condemnation of you. It's more like a limbo, is my understanding of it.
Oh.
It's just that it's full of like demons and like things that suck, so it just feels more apt to say super hell.
That does sound like hell.
But like, it's not hell. You did not go to hell.
Okay.
You would go to heaven.
Okay.
I think there's probably like a rule that if you die as a child anyway, I think you just go to heaven. Like, how insane would that be for God to be like, that fucking 14-year-old sucked and needs to go to hell?
I thought that a few times, but...
Well, stop thinking that.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Where's my, She's like feeling around her eye socket and suddenly covers it with her hand.
I can grab that from your room too.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Maybe I should put my mask back on.
Yeah, if you want. Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
She'll reach over and pull her mask back on. You can immediately hear the breathing through the mask. And it's almost like she is using a bag to hyperventilate a little bit before Catalyst will look over to her. just move over and say, Olivia, dear, try to slow your breathing. Breathing through that mask may make your breaths more shallow. We need you to breathe full breaths. You will be in here for some time. We do not want to make the healing process more difficult. If you need something to cover parts of your face, I will procure bandages for you.
Oh, okay, yes, Mr. Catalyst.
Pull her mask back off again. And Nightwalker is just by the edge of the room. As Catalyst nods and says, if you all need a little more time, I can offer it to you, but it is probably time that I speak with Olivia a little on the matters surrounding her situation.
Sure, I was just gonna grab stuff from her room and bring it back.
He nods and says, that is fine. You all may come and go from her quarters here as you wish.
Lily walks towards the door. I'll be right back, Olivia.
Okay.
Tiffany will jog after you as you head to the door, and you kind of look back as you're getting to the edge of the medical bay and see that Catalyst is speaking to Olivia hushed, and she's just nodding along and trying to think about what to say. And you and Tiffany make your way back over to the others, a little bit away from where Nightwalker is standing in the corner of the room.
Lily, turns to say she'll be right back, and then walks towards the group. And as she's walking away from Olivia, just gets a big, beaming grin that she was suppressing because she didn't want Olivia to wake up from being dead and Lily to be like psycho smiling. But now she's walking over the group. Is like she's that. It worked.
We did it.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's totally. Oh, thank God.
Tiffany puts two of her arms around you, Lily kind of pulling you to a half hug, as she just says,
You all really did it. I don't know how, but you all really did it. She's here. That is our girl.
Whew.
She's back.
Yes. I can inform some of the others in our class. Yes, I am sure they will want to see her, but not too quickly. Give her time to rest.
Yeah, I wouldn't. On one hand, she probably wouldn't want to be swarmed. She has a lot going on. On the other, I hope it would make her happy if people visited, see how much of the class, cares.
Yes. Our poor darling, she just seems very sad. I want to make her happy. I will go let some of the others know, but you all did beautiful work.
and she will jog out of the room as well, a bit ahead.
So, is this a Deja Busters on 3 sort of moment, or are we gonna celebrate later, not in the medical room?
I mean, probably not in the medical room. I think like Tiffany said, Olivia's, going through a lot. It'd probably not be great to start doing a group cheer 10 feet away from her.
Yeah. Okay.
Good point.
I'll keep waiting.
That's fair.
Echo, I have a question.
Echo kind of snaps back to reality. He was looking at Olivia. Yeah.
I mean, they took your gauntlet, but they haven't had a chance yet to beyond the conversation you had with whatever, the fucking crossing guard, the hall monitor.
The monitor?
You haven't had a talk about specifics of what we did, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Why?
I think it would probably be good because I assume they're gonna at some point might be. I'm just worried that if you tell them specifically about the gem, that they'll probably take it. And I mean, she kind of looks back to Olivia again, and then to the group. I mean, that worked.
They probably already have.
I mean, they have your gauntlet, but I don't know if they have a means to know that the gem specifically is what let you go there.
I'm not sure.
All I'm saying is it'd be good if they don't.
We'll see. Anything else?
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. I gotta go work on some stuff. Just
Okay.
clear my head. I'm glad she's back, for what it's worth.
Yeah, we did it.
Terry, do you have your suit helmet?
Always.
I was gonna give you night vision work on that as one of my projects, so
Oh, nice.
give that to me.
Now?
Preferably now. or
Okay.
whenever.
Sorry, takes out like the suit and he's like, hey, the helmet. You can just take that whole thing, right? That
Yeah,
fine?
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you're adding visions to that thing, you should probably also add, like, heat, right? Because then you could see through your own smoke.
Terry,
That
do you want
is
heat
a good
vision as
idea.
well? Do you want heat vision as well?
I will not say
Or
no to that.
thermal.
Thermal. I'll see what I can
Heat,
do. All right?
sorry, yeah, we should be specific because some people do have heat vision, and that is a
This is
different
true.
thing.
Okay,
Honestly,
I'll
I'd
see.
be worried about having that. That feels like there's much too high of a margin for error if that's not like a thing you're born with.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you're talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. And
Alright.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that.
See you at the celebration.
He tucks Terry's suit under his arm and just walks out.
As you're walking out, I'm just like, I'll text you.
Sounds good.
We should have a celebration.
Yeah, this is a massive win. I think this is like the biggest win we've had.
I mean, we did beat death, the concept of death.
Yeah, Deja Busters, we beat death. We kind of
It
fulfilled
is-
the prophecy of the name.
It's true, we did do the thing the group chat was made to do.
Spectacularly, like this is like we got the Sunday because you know your whole thing is you're not gonna randomly die, and
Yeah.
this is like cherry on top.
Cool. I could still randomly die. It's just
Yeah, but like it'll be like a normal one. Like you'll
Yeah.
get like hit by lightning or like a bus driver. It won't be
which will
like
still piss me off, but
Yeah.
it's different.
it's not openly malicious.
I can still die. It's not. It's just not like predestined now.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoyed me was that they thought they knew.
Yeah. Also, I guess you have like really good like shit talk material for all Deja now forever. You kind of beat them.
Yeah, I kind of beat them.
So true.
And with that, yeah, you all make your way out of the med bay. Lily, moving to tend to Olivia, spend some time with her when able in the med bay.
Calls her dad and realizes in the middle of it the sentence of like, "Hey, I need advice. What kind of questions should my friend ask since they just came back from the dead?" He's realizing like, oh, he actually might not know. This might not have been the right choice.
Yeah,
whatever.
you get a lot of yapping from your dad about like who knows what you should ask. Like that's crazy. If people die, they surely stay dead. It's like as if like there's still a little non-believer in him that supernatural stuff happens, and it's like what do you want?
Now that we've beaten the curse, he's just fully decided like, cool, now I don't have to accept that it's real anymore.
Yeah, he's like
it's not a part of our lives.
he is back to being like, that did not happen. That is not a part of our lives.
That's good. That's healthy.
Love that.
Joey, what are you up to Or are you moving deeper in the med bay?
No, Joey's Joey actually just kind of like, as everyone's in a little group, like, yeah, we should have a celebration. Like, this is a big win. Like, this is really good. Joey is like, if it suddenly like takes the group and puts them out of focus on Joey, Joey is like kind of staring at Olivia with a bit of like shock on their face and probably more emotions if people were piercing the mask.
And does anybody want to do that?
Maybe I should try.
I'll roll just
Piercing
for the
the
fun
mask.
of it. Let's see.
It
how
looks
low
like
that
I
number
am.
would be.
I'm just. I am just staring at Olivia. Oh
Oh,
dear.
no.
Okay, I have to like match
Yeah,
and
you-
like
You have to roll now.
14.
Terry would only notice because you're not in like the group huddle. That's the only
Yeah.
reason.
Okay.
That's a partial hit.
What is it? Oh yeah, you get a question.
Yeah, you can, if you're doing it this way, you can either give Kai a question or you can just answer a little bit if you had like a full answer.
Oh
if
yeah.
you wanna do
What
that.
I would answer is that you're looking at my face, and I'm having like a shocked look on my face, kind of looking at Olivia. The other kind of feeling and kind of look that's on my face, almost, based off of how you're looking at me, is resentment.
Damn. Terry clocks that
hmm
and would hold eye contact for a second and then immediately drop it.
Okay.
And
It's your business. People
Mhm.
feel what they feel. You deal with that. That's how everyone deals with everything. Alone.
Yeah.
You're fine.
exactly.
There you go.
And as you guys
Yeah,
are
and-
talking about that, Joey's got her eyes on Olivia. Unless if Joey had anything else.
No, it would just be if the people in the group, though, at a certain point were like, Joey, like, what's up? I would be like, oh, hey, nothing.
Mhm.
And I'd walk up and I'd join them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
like
we'll
Terry just like last quip. Do you think it's like Liberty Eagle you should talk to about like the whole like revival thing? I feel like that would be the person. Like there has to have been like a few at least, right?
I just don't kind of believe he'll offer anything helpful. He's
Does
like
this fuck up?
old.
Does this fuck up their life insurance?
I don't know. Do you still get the payout?
That's a good question. See, this is what's
Well,
legal.
actually,
It's
hang on.
definitely legal.
Olivia almost certainly does not have life insurance.
Maybe there's something with Star Heights. There has to be some kind of like shared insurance on most people in this school.
I don't know if they'd have to pay that out. That happened off campus.
Off dimension. Yeah. See, this is why it's a legal issue.
And as you guys are talking about that, we'll pan out from the med bay as again, a bit of time passes. Your mission finally complete, a success, and everyone hoping to kind of return to some semblance of a status quo. And we'll follow one of you from your group not too long after this.
Ooh.
And Alex, not long after you all brought Olivia back and you've had some time to mentally recuperate, you have decided to pay Mr. Manchester, also known as Golden Fiber, a visit. When asked if you could speak with him, he just said to stop by his classroom, so you do so.
Alright. I'll step in through the sliding door and I'll say, hello, Mr. Manchester, is now still a good time?
Yes, please, come in, Miss Cruz.
Thank you.
And he is
And I'll come.
looks like he's preparing a lesson plan. You see complicated arithmetic on the board. He looks to you and says, how can I help you, Miss Cruz?
I guess it's a little bit of a shot in the dark, but I was kind of hoping you might know some stuff about my grandfather. Captain Gravity. I've been doing some research in some of his old journals and stuff lately, and just there's some stuff that he talks about, like an increase in fear attacks, and he talks about like seeing some strange creature. And I was just wondering, I guess, kind of towards that latter end of his life, or really anything, if there was anything that he said or did that stood out to you.
Oh. Well, that's quite a lot to take in. I did know your grandfather, Captain Gravity. He was quite the hero. But yes, if you have any specific questions, I might be able to help answer. What was it that you were saying you found about him?
I found it looked like he was working on maybe a memoir that he never published, and just kind of, looking through what he was experiencing, talking about seeing visions of abstract creatures, things like that. I guess I wonder if he ever talked to you about that, if he said anything more than I have here.
It's been such a long time, but I mean, so my history as a hero dates back to the Silver Age. Captain Gravity, very, very big hero at the time. I was really only a junior hero during the peak of his career, or at least towards the start of my career. Formless creatures, I don't believe he said anything about that, but it's not entirely surprising, I suppose.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as you likely know, his powers came from outer space. I suppose some kind of radiation from fallen debris. Funny enough, my powers actually have come from space as well. It was the reason we were on a lot of similar missions. We crossed paths a lot. I still remember that strange golden meteorite that crashed when I was a teenager. It was so long ago now, though. I got sick after I interacted with it. But after I got over those symptoms, I learned I could manipulate the material with my mind. And you see that he's getting into he's remembering the past, and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's kind of old. And he's just I remember that I could start to control it with my mind. He's not laughing. That's what it is. But he goes on a little bit for a minute, and you're like, is there a point to what he's saying? He's like, yes, I learned I could move it around with my mind, but I ended up smelting the mineral to create my suit, create these fibers that I could control more seamlessly, more fluidly. That was soon after that, when I began my career as a junior hero. That was when I joined under Captain Gravity. Not quite as a sidekick, but he did teach me a lot as a mentor. We went on plenty of missions together. Creatures, though. There were a few invasions early on, but I would deem as... I suppose, was he speaking of some amorphous blob? Do you have any more descriptions of what he was talking about?
Out of character, could I describe the Cthulhu tendrils and tentacles and stuff. Like, how much detail would she have about that in his book to compare it to what she's seen?
As best as you have to piece it together.
Okay, so yeah, she'll say, it has a lot of tendrils or tentacles, maybe almost kind of Cthulhu-esque. As far as I can tell, she's not trying to like drop hints that she's started to see this thing or anything like that, so she's trying to distance herself from it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That does not sound pleasant, but his mental health was pretty bad. During those last few years, it would make sense if he started seeing things. Maybe radiation poisoning of some kind throughout his life, just due to how his powers were affecting him. I don't remember him drawing drawing creatures to himself. His powers did inadvertently draw foreign objects to the planet from time to time. We actually learned later. It was his powers that drew that golden meteorite to Earth from across the galaxy. Very far away, but it jump-started my career as a hero by sheer chance.
Alex kind of like perks up at that, and she's like, so his powers could draw meteors and other objects as far away as outer space.
Yes, very, very far. We learned that the ore that I made my suit out of, it came from countless stars away. We did learn from the ambassador. He goes by Neighbor nowadays. We found out from them that apparently Captain Gravity's powers could be felt from galaxies away. It was actually part of the reason that Neighbor found their way navigated to Earth. Something about gravitational well. And as Mr. Manchester tells you this, of course, as a reminder, crash course, you would know that Neighbor is the first documented alien on Earth, but also the first alien superhero who served as an ambassador for off-worlders to integrate into society, before changing his hero name from ambassador to Neighbor to give a better vibe as races commingled on the planet. But as he mentions this, he just kind of shakes his head and says, for more specifics about that, I mean, the conversation was long ago. I could try to reach out to Neighbor and see if he remembers anything about it, but when it comes to much further from Earth, my specialties only go so far.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It would definitely be a big help to me if you do have the time to reach out to him. I did want to ask too about those objects. I think from what I was reading as well, he was dealing with a lot more meters being pulled towards the Earth and things like that at the end of his life. Was there ever, do we know like what was happening to him, why that started to happen?
He kind of shakes his head a bit. Nothing specific beyond just, well, there is a broad-spanning theory that each generation that passes, superpowers have continued to escalate, both in terms of number and just raw power. Over the course of his life, we have to assume that his powers just kept getting stronger and stronger as he got older. I understand that you must be asking, given your situation earlier this school year.
Yeah, it'd kind of be good to know if I should expect any more incidents like that.
Yes, I will, I'll see what I can do about reaching out to Neighbor. He would definitely be a better font of information for this. He is off-world at the moment, but I have ways of getting a message out to him. I will let you know if I learn of anything.
Thank you.
As opposed to questions for Neighbor, which if you think of anything specific, you can always feel free to give those questions or pass them along to me, but if there is anything else that I can help you with, I would be glad to. But my specialties only go so far.
I understand. You've been super helpful. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. And remember, if you have any concerns about your situation, you can speak to me, you can speak to Nightwalker. I understand that things will be difficult as you and your body grow into your powers. It is a difficult time in a young lady's life. But just if you need anything, the faculty and staff are here for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes.
So I guess I'll see you around.
He nods and says, of course. And be sure to study up. Finals are coming, after all.
I know that.
Good luck, Miss Cruz.
Thank you, sir. I will make my way out.
And as you head out to the hallway and step outside, what was going through Alex's head as she exits the room?
Well, she was kind of trying to keep it together in there with him a little bit, but just kind of with him talking about how it seems like, each generation's powers grow stronger, and like her grandfather's powers were so strong that they were like driving him insane and like pulling meteors towards the earth. And she's already strong enough to have had one meteor attack her in high school. So she's like, oh shit, I'm in danger, and also I might be about to go insane. So she's gonna just like lean against this wall here right outside the door and just slide down to the ground and just dissociate.
Yeah, you go out, you sit out in the hall for a while, and after your talk, hours are gonna pass. The sun will set on campus, and we move across campus to another of our teammates looking for some information. And after hours, Terry, you find yourself kind of tiptoeing across campus and making your way to the subway station to gather a bit of information yourself. When you head down the stairs, the room is dark, lit only by a single bulb, and under the light of that bulb... Hello, Terry. Always a pleasure.
Hello, conductor.
To what do I owe this pleasure, Terry? It's been quite a while since we've gotten to talk.
Yeah, I've been busy. Lots of planning to do. Really crazy detour, but not here for that. As you've just mentioned, I've been indisposed for a decent amount of time, actually. And, it's... you know how things are. Grind doesn't stop for no one. So I was just wondering if anything notable has happened with regards to Maul while I've been indisposed.
You're here for that kind of information. I suppose we don't really talk other than for moments like this, though. you do realize that you're going to owe me a bit for this, but at this point, we're close enough. I'm not too concerned. And of course, as always, you mark obligation with the conductor, as per the playbook. But he kind of thinks for a moment and says, well, I can go over the generals that I know, unless you have any specific questions.
Honestly, it's been so long since I've had ears in the ground, I just want general information. Specifics, I have other channels.
That's fair enough, but you'll have to bear in mind that a lot of this is hearsay. But, well, word on the street when it comes to Maul, apparently he's buying up tons of real estate. You know, he owns a huge chunk of Terminal City now, scattered around different sectors. Apparently rates are very low right now.
Okay. Real estate tycoon. Honestly, fits him. Most legal way you can make a bunch of people's lives worse.
I suppose it helps. From what I understand, his goons have been moving around a lot more, now that, of course, more territory is controlled under his iron fist. Though, the landscape has changed a little. I suppose not very drastically, but most of the action is really perpetuated by random gangs or civilians turning on each other with them, with hero's blood, other such things. Now that I'm thinking about it, Maul's boys have been pretty quiet recently. Probably focusing on the business side of things, if I had to guess.
He won't take risks unless he has to. It's more likely he's winding up.
Yes. Well, I say we. I'm mostly out of the game. I haven't heard from Maul. Frankly, as far as I can tell, most rarely hear from Maul anymore, aside from when money moves up the ladder. You know how he is. But the Gunrunners seemed more on edge for some reason.
Well, of course. If Maul's taking a backseat, that doesn't mean his empire stops functioning. Someone still has to take risks. Knowing him somewhat, he'll probably just put that on his little lieutenants. No, I'll just say lieutenants. It fits best.
I suppose if anything goes wrong, punishment makes its way to those who are due. Well, aside from that, other than... I mean, I think that's basically the gist of how things are moving around the city. Aside from the random disappearances here or there, but those have been going on for some time.
Random?
Yes. It was all over the news, earlier this year. There were disappearances here and there. They stopped for a while, but they started up again. Seemingly only those have been using hero's blood for investigations. Not sure why that would be. Hero's blood wasn't nearly as rampant earlier in the year, but you know how it is.
Yep. Oh, boy. You know, quite recently, things happened to me that made me appreciate appreciate to a slight degree more those who I get to talk to like this. You know, we're not enemies. I don't think you're, a clone. I do appreciate our conversations, and I do appreciate you doing this for me.
Of course, Terry. He kind of looks at himself and then looks back to you and is like, I can assure you I'm not a clone. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It won't be a problem.
Right. Well,
Real estate, huh?
yeah, that real estate. I suppose it is, more common in certain underground circles. Might be taking a page out of the Yakuza's book. He's buddy-buddy with them, even overseas, but buying up land, controlling information, the like. It's pretty elementary, but his... I don't know, I'll call it an empire. I'm sure he would love to hear that. He had a certain stake in the city before, but it is the growth, the spread that I have seen that is quite new.
That's what cancer does.
I must ask, Terry, not that you're obligated to tell me, but I'm curious why you're still so curious about the goings-on of Maul and all of his boys. I understand a part of it, but you have a certain look in your eye I haven't seen in quite a while.
Oh. Was there something going on with, like, the eyes, face? Sorry. Kinda just happens. Just there's so much to think about. I always thought going to a superhero school would be like, you know, you go to a beach, you go on a jet ski, there's a water monster. Oh, let's go to space. Everyone, let's play a really specific superheroes only sport. Honestly, it's been incredibly hectic and chaotic. So I've just been thinking about how to, like, you know, solve my problems. I have a general idea.
Well, Terry, life is hectic. That's one part of life you can't run away from.
Oh, yeah, no. I realize at this point that you just need control. But, no. As much as I hate doing it, I really did have to read a little bit. History, you know, previous attempts. It's such a mess.
Things have changed. Things have changed.
Not enough.
It's
But
not...
again, that's not here nor there. Conductor, I appreciate you so much. It's been great chatting with you. I have to go to a celebration because I just got back from Super Hell, which is real, by the way. Don't do bad things in your life. Super Hell is real. I'll catch you later.
Does Terry just, like, turn and leave when he says that?
Yeah, he tries to. He's not quick about it. He's like just kind of.
Okay, yeah, you turn and you head out. Conductor gives a little wave, and he's just, like, under his breath as you're leaving, he's like, not as easy as it was back in my day. You could just tie someone to railroad tracks and get away with a bag of money, but no, nowadays there's a super hell, I guess. You make your way out of the subway.
It's mentally insane.
Is his Deja shaped like him?
That's a great question that you don't know the answer to.
Okay.
Yes, and his Deja is as unliked among his peers as the conductor is.
But as we...
I really love Terry just dropping some of the insane shit he thinks when talking to the conductor. I feel like that'd be so funny if talking to, like, Claw or whatever, or the Pincer, that's his name. Just the idea of, like, and I don't think you're a clone, just is so funny.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, after all, they can't clone aliens. Shoots you.
But
Terry's fine, don't worry about it.
as we zoom out from the subway, meanwhile, across campus, Echo is alone in the workshop. Late at night, working on a few projects. What does this look like? What all is Echo working on?
He's kind of working on a kind of a hodgepodge of things. First, he's kind of working on, first and foremost, Terry's mask, currently having it kind of separated from the main suit as he's kind of flipping it over and etching some ruins into it with his rune carver, like around the eyes, as he then he's in one of those wheelie chairs, as he kind of wheels back over to look at his other project, to which he has been slowly, looks like he's building some kind of pauldron, followed by like an armored arm of some sort and a chest piece. He's kind of just etching ruins along that as he works. That being said, though, Ethan, is it possible for Echo to add night vision and heat vision to Terry's helmet?
I mean, it's possible. It'll definitely be more technological than magic, but it's certainly in your wheelhouse. And especially with not only your expertise, but also like you've kind of been working with and under a lot of the students that are in this club and in this department that specialize in making equipment for heroes, and you've been making equipment for yourself that you've kind of come to understand what the process looks like when it comes to upgrading someone's suit.
Okay, that's helpful. He's gonna put that aside for hit Terry's helmet aside for a little bit as he's now working on this almost set of fantastical armor with ruins along it. Currently just working on the body and the arm pieces, minding his own business. From my understanding, how did he get access to the workshop without any supervision?
Yeah, you've gone to the workshop to work on your projects, and you have just stayed late into the night just working on your own thing. It seems like you're aware that the monitor has been keeping an eye on you, but seemingly at the moment giving you a little bit of space as you have just locked yourself in your own world.
He's been focusing on his work because he's really got nothing else to focus on right now. Kind of grumpy and just kind of burying his anger in his work as he soon kind of reaches in and pulls out this almost like arm length into shoulder pad, kind of looking it over as he just kind of walks it over and sets it down, pulling down his goggles as he starts etching more ruins along the base of it, before he kind of pushes that aside. And besides Terry's helmet, he has another kind of mechanical helmet which he picks up and kind of looks over as he kind of puts it on his own head, just kind of testing its fit before taking it off. Is his another thing I want to establish real quick? Is his bike stuck in Megea still?
Yeah, if your bike was in Megea, it's still there.
Stuck there, god damn it. Oh well, that's fine. Just wanted to double check in case something came up. But yeah, he's just working away kind of in his own world. He pulls up the helmet and kind of looks it over, and he goes, Spark, how does this look? What do you think?
Spark jumps over, kind of starts to evaluate the helmet, and you see very quickly there are a few areas that are pointed out for optimization of there's a minor nick here that could disrupt the flow of magic through the runes, or extra padding could be used here to help prevent concussions if you're knocked around, and all of those kinds of details as you're looking over the pieces that you've already made.
I'm just kind of appreciating Spark's kind of take on it as he kind of walks over to the drawers and pulls out some more padding and little pieces he needs. Looking them over, giving a nod. He's a little upset he can't access Megea, but he's making do with what he has. Kind of doing the scavenger thing, which I'd argue probably is a little bit easier here.
Echo. Going through Echo's mind is, I'll build this in a cave with a box of scraps. Meanwhile, he's in civilized society in a fully kitted out workshop, which he did not have before.
Yeah, exactly. He finds it easier here compared to Megea, where he had to ragtag some stuff together.
Living in a world of convenience.
Yes, thank God for that. And he just keeps kind of working on that as he starts to move now onto the chest piece and second arm pieces. The other, he's working on the right now, he's working on the left arm, etching ruins along it as he pulls his goggles down over his eyes, using his ruin etcher to just kind of etch these ruins, blowing on them after, and then keeps going.
Yeah, and of course the machine that you've been using is a nice large device for helping you create, piece things together. Is there a reason when Echo pulls a part of this bits of armor that he pulls out of the machine, that he starts etching them by hand? Does Echo feel more comfortable etching by hand as opposed to through the devices that are on campus? How does that feel to him, having this stuff at his disposal?
He kind of does a mix of both. He uses the machine to kind of put it all together. It's convenient, but he likes to handcraft things like with ruins because he knows they need to be very finely etched, or else something could go very, very wrong fast. And as much as he trusts the machine, he just prefers his own hand to do it. It's kind of like an artistry thing.
Yeah.
And it's not a skill he wants to lose because it's kind of important to him. He's just trying his hardest to just focus on this work while he's kind of a little bit grumpy still, sulking, just burying his head in his work. He does, like, he looks over at like the empty chairs and stuff. He does miss, like, for example, the like chatter of the other club members, and like that feeling of shared space. Even though they didn't really, sometimes they'd interact with Joe, sometimes they wouldn't, but he misses that a little bit. But he still enjoys the quietness of it. Just kind of working away, still not being technically alone because Spark's there. But he's just working away mindlessly. After he's done, though, he kind of walks. He kind of looks at Terry's helmet. Do you want me to roll anything for this?
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have? I don't think you have a roll for the gadget specifically, do you?
No, not at all.
Then, for me, roll to unleash your powers. See how the process is going. Yeah, I mean you're a master at your craft. You're doing a fantastic job. You're just, for hours you have been in the workshop. The sun has gone down. You have been just tunnel vision focused on upgrading Terry's gadgets, working on your own stuff, and really just honing in on making it all perfect. Thinking about, okay, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to move on to the next thing. Everything is going to be perfect. And as you are working on this,
I actually have a quick question for Kai, just quickly. While Echo's working on Terry's helmet, is there anything noticeably interesting about it at all?
Other than if, like, the fact it's purely functional, no. There's nothing out of the ordinary with it.
Does it have like a rebreather so he doesn't breathe in his own gas, or is it entirely just like a mask?
Oh no, there's a rebreather.
Okay.
It's purely functional.
Okay. Awesome. Cool, thank you. I just was curious.
And as you're working on all of this stuff, the door to the workshop is going to slide open, and someone steps inside.
Go, you're here.
Yeah. Sorry, Echo kind of like puts down Terry's helmet, as he kind of gives a wave to her.
I walk up to give you a hug.
He kind of hugs Joey back and gives a smile.
I'm so sorry again. It's bullshit. It's seriously bullshit.
It's okay. I'm just working on their stuff. But just keeping sane. And he kind of pats Terry's helmet, like Terry's helmet here.
Oh, you're adding what was it? Heat vision?
Night vision and infrared, they called it.
Infrared. Right. This is cool.
Thanks. And he kind of gestures to his other little project, which you'd see is like, it consists of a chest piece, a helmet, and one fully built right arm, and the other left arm is kind of half built.
Yeah, you've been at work. I get it though. If you're not having your gauntlet, I guess a lot of the work has to happen here now.
Yeah. He kind of leans on the table. I miss home. But, just keep my head busy on straight, trying to not think about the fact they took my gauntlet. And kind of turns around and leans on the table, crosses his arms.
Yeah. It feels weird sometimes being in this room. I kind of am looking at the different tables.
Are you still sure you don't want to join?
I'm sure. I was probably born in a place that looked like this. Born? I created? I don't know.
We've kind of established you have a soul.
Yeah, but it doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't leave this spot. I kind of point to like just my stomach basically, like where a belly button would be essentially.
I mean, my soul doesn't leave this spot. He kind of gestures to his.
Oh, but it would. It would, right? Just like Olivia's.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, that thing we talked about, do you still want to do it?
Yeah, no. Yes. It seems like they like, kind of try to ease their like haste in their voice. I'm sure. I still want to. I've had my dad talk to me about this kind of stuff, but I don't know. He doesn't understand. And he doesn't understand why I want to understand. He tells me all he knows and he loves me, but I don't know if that's the person I can really turn to for answers.
Well, try my best, but I can't guarantee I'll find anything,
I know. Worth trying.
And you don't mind.
Does this door lock, by the way?
It can,
Is there
yeah.
a lock on the I'm locking
I
the
don't know.
door.
I don't know if you can lock it, Joey, unless you hack it.
Mm, it's not like a key. It's like a thing.
It is like a mechanical door.
Mm, okay.
Spark, can you lock the
Dang.
door for her, please?
Sparkle give a little salute and whiz through the air over into the door, and you hear the as the mechanism inside of it locks shut.
Thank you.
Okay, good. How should I be?
If you want to lay down or you can stand, what's most comfortable for you?
I'm not really sure. I've been repaired. I usually sit.
Whatever's most comfiest.
I'd probably like take a seat, but kind of lean so that my back is at the table.
You don't mind if Spark helps too?
I assumed that he probably would. I like
Okay.
the name Spark. I don't think I've ever said that before.
Thanks. You okay?
I'm just nervous. I have a lot of feelings, but
Any you want to just describe to me right now?
I, uh, she kind of like covers her face with her hands. It's odd. I'm odd. I can feel gears turning, pistons firing, yet I cannot trace the threads of that to my own thoughts. How how do I think when I do not know what I am or how I am what I am?
Well, maybe we'll find some answers then. So how do you want to do this?
The core likes to hide itself whenever I transform, but I've never intentionally transformed with the thought process of exposing it either. So I thought we could start there.
Okay. Eric kind of pulls down his goggles over his eyes. I'll
Okay.
when it shows up, I'll just, reach for it. It's not gonna like, zap, right?
Joey has a blank expression on their face. I don't think so. I don't know if it's something that can be, well, it shouldn't be moved too much, but I thought maybe we could at least do some research in terms of like trying to figure out where it's from and also photos. I don't know what it looks like.
Sure. I can maybe run some diagnostics and readings and stuff and see what I can glean from it.
Joey nods.
I assume you
kind
don't
of
need to pull it out of your body.
I don't think so. But at the same time I don't know what would happen. I think that's why that might be a little dangerous.
Yeah, let's not get into dangerous territory.
Spark will kind of ping you on your goggles and pull an alert over to the side as if trying to draw your attention off to the left.
He does so and looks to it.
And it seems like Spark has analyzed your conversation and what your intent is, and he is pointing out the machine you were using before with the suit.
Oh. And Edgar kind of looks at it. Spark, you think we should use that to access the core?
Spark gives a little nod.
That could work. Spark, kindly let me know that this machine over here, he kind of gestures to it, we use it to assemble and disassemble things. While we aren't going to fully disassemble you, it'll at least be enough to access the core, I think. That way you don't have to worry about transforming.
Okay. Right. Do I lay on it?
You just step inside and he kind of opens the door.
Yeah, and you see this is basically like, it looks like a casket.
Yeah.
So you open it up and
Oh,
you'll
great.
be laying in it, and it's like, oh, awesome. Cool.
Huh. Right.
If you're not comfortable with this, we can go with the other direction. Spark just pitched this idea.
No. It's probably smart. I start to crawl into it.
Hey, wait. I go kind of grab Sir for a sec. He kind of reaches under his poncho over his neck and he takes off the necklace and just kind of offers it. Hold this, it might comfort you a bit.
For a second, and I'm like, thank you. I
Don't
get
worry,
in.
I won't break you, don't worry.
I know. You see more than just broken platings and wiring. You can see me. That's why I'm here.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
If at any point this does not feel good, please let me know.
Right. I won't. Sometimes I wonder if my first assembly was as careful as this, or if if I was created in a hurry.
I don't think that's the case. He's going to start tapping away at the machine to get at least to analyze her for partial disassembly.
Right.
Or at least enough to access the core.
Yeah, and with the machine, there are many little arms and bits of machinery inside that are very helpful at, like you mentioned, assembling and disassembling, all very articulate. Joey, it feels like you're on a closed operating table. You're putting your trust in Echo. It feels bizarre. There is an internal fight or flight response if these things start coming at you and trying to move pieces around against your will. That immediately is like, oh, that's bad. That feels weird and wrong.
Yeah. It definitely would kind of be that latter feeling of it feels bad. It's probably not. It's like an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, Echo, as you're working on this machine, you can roll to assess the situation and ask me what questions, what you're trying to do, what you're looking for.
It's a hit, and I get a plus question.
Okay, so you've got 2 questions. What is the first subject matter? What's the first thing we're looking into?
How I can access her core without causing any issue.
Yeah, you aren't exactly sure of the nature of the core, but I mean your assessment and Sparks is just careful disassembly around the area where you believe the core to be to reveal it if it is inside.
Can I? Because I've seen the core.
Sparks
seen the core. We roughly know how it's like the wavelength of which it operates. Can we try to use that to find it?
Yes, you can. And I'm gonna loop that into your previous question. So you know that you'd be able to pick up on that in order to detect where it is. As you kind of pick up on that and have Spark scan for it, you note that there is a distinct signal coming from within Joey. And it seems centered around the chest where she has her heart icon. But it seems to move around a bit whenever the machinery comes close, as if like reflexively moving away.
That's interesting. It doesn't want me to... Everything's to think. You might have to show it yourself, Joey.
I can try.
Again, any chance it starts hurting or feels bad, let me know.
If Joey could gulp, she like does a gulp. Is this a roll, Ethan?
That depends on what you think. With Joey's internals, this is more of a if a human being had the ability to move their heart and pick it up and hold it in front of someone physically, how comfortable you are with doing that.
Yeah. Well, that's why Joey chose Echo. I feel like there'd be this somewhat awkward pause for a second while Joey is just like staring at the ceiling, trying to lock in and kind of like focus within their own body. And you start to see as plates kind of start to shift on them, and as they like pull away, other plates just take their place, just kind of like forming almost like a kaleidoscope of different metal pieces and bolts. Like it's digging inside, but then just repairing itself almost immediately. As she starts to just kind of close her eyes and focus. And kind of like relax their shoulders down. And I think it would be like actually probably about 2 to 3 minutes solid of just watching this happen as kind of they're just shifting and moving and nothing's kind of coming from it until at a certain point, whenever they start to peel back, nothing replaces them. And you can start to see kind of the faint glow as it kind of raises somewhat forward, not like all the way, but a little bit forward to a point where you can see the core kind of coming up and out of where her abdomen would be.
Does it look the same as when I saw it last, Ethan, or does it change at all?
It looks, the best way you could describe is a bit spikier, as if spiked by these anxious feelings. But, it is very familiar. Joey's core is this blinding, impossible object made of lights, colorful polygons, fourth dimensional feeling in nature. And of course, aside from this core, you have not ever seen anything like it. It is a very unique thing.
Echo's gonna use the machine to snap a few pictures. I'm sure it has ways of taking photos of what's inside of it.
Yeah, as you are taking pictures, you note that it almost looks like the pictures are corrupted because of just how glaringly bright it is on the other side of the photo. It's like impossible to take a picture of it.
That's interesting. Echo's gonna go and just kind of tap a few times on the keyboard as he goes to like get any readings he can get off this thing.
Yeah, as your second question I'll take here, you picked up unique wavelengths the first time that you saw it, and that was how you found it. And as you kind of the core is pulled up from within Joey's being, you're analyzing it, and Spark detects a unique element in its makeup. Like, Spark is able to pinpoint, oh, I found what this is made of.
Oh, and what element's that?
Spark does not know. You have never seen this element before. You have no idea where it comes from. But you have picked up on the element that it is made of, and you are able to record that information of an unknown element.
Interesting. Joey kind of taps the glass. You still with me?
Yep. My eyes kind of remain closed.
Two things. One, I can't take photos of it. Camera doesn't like it. Two, your core is made of an unknown element.
Like, you don't know at all?
Machine doesn't know. I don't know. Spark sure as hells doesn't know.
Joey kind of opens their eyes for a second and takes a moment to also look down.
As if you are looking down at yourself during open heart surgery.
Yes. In the moment of doing that, I want to say that the core almost like shifts as if it's going to go away for a second, and then Joey like closes their eyes again and is like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Echo, roll another assess the situation for me with sharpened eyes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright.
Take those.
You get 2 plus your bonus question as you are investigating the core. I want to know exactly what Echo is trying to find out.
I've seen a lot of weird shit on the Gaia, let alone alien technology and sometimes Magitech. Does this core, now that he's looking at it, seem more alien-made, Magitech-based, or is it its own thing entirely?
Well, you can at least say that it doesn't feel magic, despite how bizarre it is. There's just something about it that feels not magic, maybe natural, maybe man-made. It's kind of hard to tell. Again, you have never seen anything like this core before. But as you are investigating Joey's body, Joey's core, and everything that physically makes Joey, you are able to pick up that the metal, the materials that Joey's body is made of are oddly familiar to you, despite the core being very unfamiliar.
In what way? Like, very not of Earth?
Not of Earth. Of course, calling back to previous investigations, there was, of course, an original thing that Joey was made from. And you know that you had found, or at least heard of, a similar kind of ship that had maybe crashed in Megea. And you had tried to piece together, is there a connection there? But when you all had worked on those alien weapons and taken a look at what they were made of course, there were some pieces and parts of Earth tech that were being integrated and worked into them, but that material is very, very similar to what is making Joey up. Not quite the same, but very similar. And in the same way, there's something on the tip of your tongue that you're thinking like, as you're like scanning and looking at the makeup of this metal. You're like, this metal looks so familiar, but I don't know why. It's like reminiscent of something, but you just can't quite place it.
Is it the same metal as the gauntlet?
As you think of the gauntlet, you kind of ask Spark maybe to bring up some past evaluations of the gauntlet. The gauntlet has always been odd to you because you only have a rough idea where it came from, what it's made of. And it's not exactly the same, but it's similar in a bizarre sort of way, almost like a relative. And it hits you as Spark is trying to cross-examine them that it might be some kind of alloy using a similar metal to make the gauntlet what it is, where Joey is more of a pure metal rather than an alloy.
Okay, that's my second question. That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Joey, I'm just running some scans. Is there anything in particular where you want to know?
I guess I don't know. Now that I've seen it, sorry, I know I can't really feel lightheaded, but I'm afraid to open my eyes.
You also, as you're evaluating Joey, you're getting readings of Joey's systems. Spark was able to tap in and you have some vitals, or at least similar to vitals, electrical signals that are running throughout Joey. And Joey's body is obviously, there are a lot of question marks around how Joey functions. But of course, unlike a human body, Joey doesn't exactly have a brain, but she has a mind. Of course, there is a drive for data to be stored inside, but to your understanding, Joey holds such a vast amount of information that that drive certainly couldn't account for all of it on its own. And as Joey is kind of, going through these bits and bouts of panic, you see as the core is able to respond emotionally to this, as electrical signals are shot from the core through Joey's body.
I think the last thing Echo would do would be try to get like almost an X-ray scan of Joey for her to look at for later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I assume there's like some sort of X-ray, not like using X-rays particular, but just like a
like trying to get a blueprint of what's inside.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you can do that for sure. That is a part of this device, to be able to make blueprints based on what you're working on and kind of reverse engineer. So you are able to pull together a rudimentary blueprint of Joey's current form and the location of the core where it is at the moment.
There, Echo, is there anything that you can see, whether you're looking at, I don't know, source code or just the physical of it all, that seems to have a signature related to Weston Enterprises?
Do I have permission to, look at that data?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have permission. My body.
Okay. Where's a port I can plug into with the machine?
Yeah, you've got a port. You'd be able to find it.
Yeah.
Side of her head? Side of her head?
Yeah. I think that there'd be like a moment here, because everything is like open and stuff, that piece on my chest would become the port.
Yep. Echo's gonna, at her request, use the machine to, like, I assume it has like you can plug in stuff if it has like computers or whatever. And he's just gonna go to look at that data and, using the reference of Western Enterprises, see what he can find.
Okay. Roll me another assess the situation. Let's see what you find in the data. New source of info. All right. Got 1 plus your 1.
All right. First things first. Any reference to Weston?
You're looking in the code, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It seems like there's definitely some proprietary programming going on within Joey's system. But as you're looking around, while there does seem to be a lot of proprietary programming here, it's very well made, very well put together, and you're like, oh, this is very like sophisticated and fascinating. But as you're looking at everything that's going on around it, it almost seems like superfluous. Like it almost seems like it's not necessary.
Interesting. All right, I have one more question about the code. Using Spark to help me, of course. Is there anything that references Joey's purpose?
I'll trying to think about how to answer this.
Oh my god. I am grinning ear to ear.
As you are looking through the data, that was by the way, very good way to word that question. As you are looking through the data, you want to find something of a purpose. And you figure that, okay, there's a lot of information that I can't really parse through around the Weston Enterprises stuff. At least that I can kind of understand. So you start looking through all of that. And you start trying to get to the heart of the programming here. And you find... And you find a code that is referenced quite a number of times throughout all of this data. And it is a code line of WJ-03 Upsilon, symbol of Upsilon, is referenced all throughout, and it is given a tag, so a way to reference it like a name. And it is Justice Model 3. And as you are looking into purpose, you find that the purpose is to bring justice, to defend other people, that Joey was seemingly made to be a hero. As unsurprising or surprising as that may be, that is what you find.
Does Justice Model 3 ring any bells?
Wait, Yeah. What are you? Why are you seeing it? Is it?
Yeah, it's referenced here a bunch of times. Spark, can you show her what I'm looking at?
Spark nods and casts the information over to you, Joey, and regardless of your eyes being closed, you can choose to pull up this information and see the screens that Echo is looking over. And you can see your thoughts, your programming, and you can even see it shift and react to you looking at it, almost like looking into an endless kaleidoscope. But you are able to understand it.
Oh. Wow. It's beautiful.
I apologize if it looks kind of weird.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And Joey, I want you to roll to assess.
Do I get a situational bonus or penalty? I want to know.
Take a +1.
Let's go. Good answer.
Yeah.
Shit.
I saw it coming.
You could use Team Selfishly. How much do you get to use Team Selfishly for? Is that a +1?
I think it's just for a +1. I would need 2.
Can I give her a boost because I'm kind
Would
of
I
helping
not?
her out here?
Let me see. No, you guys only have one team, sadly.
Yeah.
Drat.
Yeah, as
I'm
you
trying to see if any of my things would.
Can I lend her
Help
sharpened
me.
eyes because Spark's helping?
You know what? I'll give that to you. You get one free question because Spark is helping you. As you're looking at this data, it is so deep and beautiful to you, but also so deep and complicated. It's hard to grasp some nugget from this endless kaleidoscope of information as looking into yourself, looking into yourself, looking into yourself. And Spark is there to kind of try to help you lock on to something. And as you do, you notice at first what maybe seems obvious to you, that a lot of this information, these thoughts, these feelings are coming from this core and being spread throughout your body like a central nervous system. Not quite like a brain, but as close to it as you could probably get without it being just a literal hard drive in your head. But as you are watching the flow of this information, you move a little bit of your body and you shift a plate here, a plate there, and you note that every time you move or change your body in any particular way, this information changes with it. And you note that it is not as simple as pieces moving into or out of place. It's almost like information is being sent directly into the metal that makes up your body and commanding it to change. And programmed to do so, your body changes.
Echo is going to have Spark throw up the data of the comparison of the gauntlet and her metal as well, feeding her that information.
I'm completely like scanning all of this as it happens and kind of looking over that, and I don't understand. How? And made like this. I was made to be a hero?
And you're a mix of everything.
Then why? Why? Oh. Why is Kirk Weston such an asshole then? Like looking at all of this.
Mm-hmm.
You still get a question.
I do, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. My question is, why is Kirk Weston such an asshole?
Such an asshole. Why is he such an asshole to me then?
Spark just shrugs.
Okay, here's my question, and it's kind of a big question. So ask if I need to change it or simplify it. You know, because like you said, I'm watching it flow from my core to everything. It's like the question is, does it seem like I am programmed, however, to be who I am? Not the what, not the why, not like the, oh yes, they are a hero, they are programmed to defend and bring justice and stuff like that. Where in my programming does it say things on the level of, you know, I'm going to be a 16 or 15-year-old girl, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to embody a teenager, or
Like
I'm going
your
to
intended version. Like what is
Yes,
ahead
that's
of us,
exactly it.
because
My intended version was I meant to be built to be a hero and to be like delivering justice, here I come, you know, like, or what, or did I wake up and say, hey everybody, I'm feeling kind of sad today, and they were like, whoa, we need to shut this shit down like immediately. Like,
yeah, honestly, I'll give you this one for free because I just like knowing stuff. As you're looking around the information, you're looking for where it is you are, like where you can find who you're supposed to be, and you can't find your identity in this data. You're looking around, you're finding code that ebbs and flows like water as you move your body, but you can't find who you are in here. The closest thing you can find is in that proprietary code, clearly marked that it is, made by Weston, and you find in there this purpose, and it feels very matter of fact. It feels very straightforward, but that doesn't answer who you are or why you are the way you are. So, giving you this for free because you found out a lot through that, but you kind of didn't answer your question.
yeah. Huh. Echo, does it just seem scientific or does it seem magical as well?
Scientific, from what I'm looking at.
Someone, or a couple someones, I'm gonna guess almost accidentally, made me with a soul. That doesn't seem to be doing what they coded me for. I'm kind of like combing through it still as I talk.
Can I just pitch an idea out there?
Of course.
Looking at your code here and how it, shifts. Maybe they built you in a way where you grow naturally, and your code represents that, kind of like how a person learns and takes on new things. It's the same way. You weren't necessarily built. You were built with a purpose, I guess, but your code evolves with you. It has a starting point, and it just continues to evolve over time. So you grow in a natural way, like a person. You take on experiences and, relationships and stuff like that. And your code reflects that. You don't have you do have a singular purpose, but it evolves to who you are now. At least from what I'm looking at, I think.
That's what Kirk Weston meant.
You know him? You met him?
I looked to Echo with a pause, a brief pause. Yeah, I do.
I like to think a little avatar of Joey shows up on the computer screen in front of him.
I suddenly holographically project myself just for emphasis.
Yeah.
To pace around the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can actually replay it in my mind like a flashback.
Actually, that's a great idea. I mean, Spark is projecting things, and they're specifically projecting things from within me. Can I show Echo the memory?
You can, yeah.
I'm gonna show Echo the memory of whenever that motherfucker showed up on the beach and froze me and like talked shit to me. I want to show. I hate that guy.
I like to think Spark would hijack one of his hologram discs under his poncho to just use it to project what Weston said.
Yeah, as you're looking back, which I guess so. Jay, because this happened to Jay earlier in the semester.
Happened to Jay.
Did Jay not tell anybody about this? It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. I think that it was brought up very briefly. I have a very faint memory of basically being like, yeah, by the way, like, I'm kind of on the run. Like I'm here, the school keeps me safe, basically. But I think that was the full conversation.
Makes sense.
So we're gonna end up having people in comments being like, no, I remember exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna have the continuity comments.
The continuity is gonna get messed up. But I thought that it wasn't like a specific conversation, but might be wrong. It has been a while since that happened.
No, that's fair. But yeah, you absolutely can, as you can replay it in your mind, and Spark can cast the hologram around this room. And of course, Echo, it's not perfect virtual reality, but you can see holographic surroundings of the beach and of Jay speaking with Kirk Weston as Kinesis just appears on the beach ahead of Jay as they exit the water. And if you guys want, I can actually reread word for word what he said. He talked a lot.
Yeah, I would love the word for word, actually.
Yeah,
let's get that
replay. Yeah, let's get a replay.
Let's hear that kill code, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
We'll flash back, and this is... I'll do generals. You're kind of jumping through important parts of this conversation.
This is important. This is important. Would Joey show Echo the kill code?
Yes. And I think that in that moment of you hearing that as well, like, I wouldn't be making eye contact with you, because this is like a casket, but is it clear on top, or is it like I'm in the dark?
There are lights inside, but it is closed, and Echo is able to see through like the machine itself, like the screen.
Okay, so then I think there would just be kind of a moment where, like, you can probably gauge from Joey that she truly trusts you. Like, it's not even a second thought. To be fair, I did in the past go to my dad, and my dad specifically worked on things to try and get rid of the kill code, and supposedly he did. But this would also be a great moment to make sure to double check that really quick. Make sure there's no like codes that will just shut me down. But yes, go continue, Ethan. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you pull this up, and you're like looking for it as you see Kirk Weston mention override protocol WJ-03 Upsilon, and it pauses and you check, and while that is the denomination that Joey goes by, it seems that an override protocol has been scrubbed from the data related to that. And then of course right after he says, "You didn't think I'd be ready for my own tech to be used against me. Of course I left a backup plan." And then it pauses again as you're kind of looking over the data, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's doesn't seem to be in here anymore.
Good. Echo shows Joey that while they continue watching.
You kind of scrub forward a little bit. Kirk mentions, he said, "You look really different. You definitely did something with your hair. It looks good." And then going on to talk about how they didn't recognize Jay, but, it kind of flashes back to the conference that Kirk Weston had at the mall, that Jay was there, walked up, asked a question that he thought, no, maybe that person was a cosplayer or something, but very quickly figured out after he left and, cross-examined, like, oh, that's who I've been looking for. Like, oh, that's crazy coincidence. And then he says, "I'll cut to the chase. I think we got off on the wrong foot." And As he approaches Jay, and Jay's body's frozen, you hear him say, "When Martin and I initially began developing you, I was focused on ensuring the technology used to create you wouldn't be misused. So when Martin started deviating from the blueprints, I had to shut down the project for safety concerns. And then he did something really stupid when he stole you and fled. I'm not a big fan of having my stuff stolen. Now that I've found you, though, I have to say I'm rather impressed. Out of the countless things you could have done, you decided to come here. I'm not sure if this is because of your prime directive, or if you've truly developed a fleshed-out personality, but either way, I'm pretty satisfied with this result. You're striving to become a hero. Honestly, that's all I could really ask for. So, I've decided that I'm not going to take you back with me. I have no desire to change your lifestyle." And when he presses a button in his palm, Jay suddenly is able to move and is removed from stasis, regaining control. In fact, if you want any support on your path to becoming a hero, feel free to come work with me when it's time for your sidekick gigs next year. I'm very interested in what you plan to do here, Jay. And if you ever do fall off the horse, or do something I wouldn't want my name attached to, then I'll just come grab you and we can start over. Make me proud, Jay. I'll see you out there." And then he flies off across the waves back to Terminal City.
Man, he's kind of an asshole.
He doesn't think of me as a person. Sees me as a robot and nothing else. Even though it seemed like he was aware of my personality, aware of who I was, he still doesn't care.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just ignore him. For now, at least, until we maybe have to deal with him again.
Yeah, it's easy and really hard at the same time. Because he's one of the biggest superheroes. And so you see him all the time in the news and for his technology but so my prime directive is to be fighting for justice, and that just pushes everything. Do you think that's why I am the way I am? Why we came here?
I'm not sure. Can I go edit the code?
Hypothetically.
Do you, Joey, want me to delete your prime objective?
Watching inside the box, whenever you say that, you watch as an almost kinda, I don't want to say scary, but kinda intense smile comes on Joey's face for a second. Yes, I do.
I mean, I'll try, but I can't guarantee anything.
Well, all we're doing is trying.
Okay. Oh, sorry, here we go. He's gonna start tapping away. He is going to highlight backspace, delete the fucking prime directive line of code.
As you go in there and you start trying to mess with the code.
And you get the...
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
As you go in there and try to mess with the code, every time you try to mess with it, you watch it instinctively retype out what you are messing with. And in response, Joey, you suddenly feel a sharp sense of fight or flight, and a bizarre, distorted, high-pitched, ringing sound starts blaring out from your core.
Oh shit.
Whoa! Echo like raises his hands.
Joey's smile is quickly wiped from her face.
It is an ear-piercing, almost like a roar coming from inside of you as your body kind of starts to panic and parts of you begin to liquefy.
Echo!
Yeah, I see it. 1 sec. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Is there anything I can do in terms of like fixing this? Like, do I see what the code's doing? Like, is it like
As you're
right?
as you're looking at the code, what you messed with auto-corrected itself and fixed itself, but all of that surrounding code outside of the Weston Enterprises data that's baked in there, all of that ambient code that controls the body is freaking out and just rapidly changing constantly.
Alright. I can maybe stabilize this. Spark help me out. And he's gonna go to like ask Spark to see if he can stabilize her.
Okay, yeah, Spark will help you however you want to try to go about this. Do you want to try to use alien tech?
That is a horrible idea because that'll fizzle out and possibly blow Joey up.
What do you want to do then?
Using Superior, can I grab lines of code and keep them the same as what I saw before?
Go ahead and roll for it. Kapow! Yeah, Spark is going to jump in and is going to help you pinpoint areas of the code and the programming that are freaking out and just rapidly changing all over the place, almost as if trying to self-corrupt in a panic. And you are very slowly and systematically going to try to counter the speed at which it is changing to slow it down. And Joey, I want you to roll to take a powerful blow for me.
Yep, saw that coming. Fuck.
F21, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, you can choose one. You can choose one from the lower list. You can choose one from the lower list as your body is freaking out, and the parts of you that have liquefied have re-solidified and come back together, but your body is still kind of freaking out, even though it's starting to slow down.
I am going to mark 2 conditions, actually, I think.
Okay.
Because I think I don't want to give ground, and I don't think I would lash out at Echo, honestly.
Makes
I don't
sense.
think that I would yell at them. I asked them to do this. So I would just I'm going to mark afraid and damaged.
Okay. Then yeah, as you do this, you struggle past the pain trying to pull yourself together. Spark is in there inside of your head, which also feels weird. It feels like there's a worm crawling around inside of your mind. Echo is frantically trying to help you calm down, and slowly but surely the panic slows down to a crawl, and you pull yourself back together.
Oh, Echo just leans on the monitor for a second.
The core recedes into me. I want to say, after this happens, it's not like I'm just like, okay, great. It's like immediately I close back up and off again.
Yeah, you close off, and in your mind, the screaming that your core was making, which was both your screaming and not your screaming, it echoes in the back of your mind.
Oh, well, that's bad. I don't like that. I don't like how that feels.
Alright, we're never doing that again.
No, we're not.
And Echo, as you get Spark back, Spark is kind of wigged out for a second. You deduce based on the frequency of that noise, it just seemed to fuck up Spark for a moment. But Spark pulls himself back together and restabilizes, jumps back into your bauble earring as if retreating.
Okay. How you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I got clarity or if I'm even more confused. But at least I know. I can still hear it ringing. I don't think that it liked that. That I liked that? I don't think that part of me liked that. I wonder what Jay and Joe are dealing with. Same.
Actually, that's an interesting question. When Jory brings up her other two selves, is there like code for them too?
As you're looking back at the data, trying to calm yourself down, you're looking around, and
Sorry.
again, Joey didn't seem to be. Joey was located in this drive that is the front of Joey's perception, that is inside of Joey. But it feels like Joe and Jay are not stored in that same place. It seems like only Joey's data is front-facing and accessible. Almost like Joe and Jay have been sequestered somewhere else.
It's not like 3 folders. One
Nope.
for each.
You only find Joey here.
I left click and run admin privileges and look for hidden folders.
Are you being serious when you say that, or were you thinking of another thing to say?
No, that was a bit.
Okay.
Echo kind of taps away a little bit, and goes, "I think we should stop here, just for now."
But what if we could find Jay and Joe? We can still look. We could at least look. I'm in here.
Maybe another time. We just, one step at a time, right? We don't want to overdo it, especially after what just happened.
A lot has just happened. Listen, I die all the time. Even if something went bad here, I would just come back. We should just check on them, at least try. I'm going to use my influence over Echo to provoke them into doing what I want.
Ooh.
Whether or not this will work, I don't know.
Ooh.
But I've never done this before, and I get a +1 to target Echo.
Yeah, you can spend your influence to provoke.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, you can roll.
This might not work, but
you can roll to provoke, which is plus superior. If you're spending your influence,
it's a +1. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and
okay.
If you. Okay, well, I was about to let you know, not only when you act against someone, you have +1 against them if you have influence over them, but if you're spending that influence, you got an additional +1. So you have a +2 whenever you do something like this.
So this is a 12. Then.
Yes, this is an overwhelming success.
Yeah.
Echo, this is very...
Fine. He raises them. Fine, I will. All right, just... Okay. It goes back. Starts typing, trying to find the other two.
Yeah, and Joey, what are your thoughts here?
Joey feels bad, as Echo kind of like silently just probably is like looking back at the screen and starts typing to like do what she says. But at the same time, she can still partially hear that screaming inside of themselves. And I think right now, in her mind, she understands Echo's fear. But if anyone were to make this stop because of fear, it should be her.
As you're laying in this casket, thinking about this, that screaming that you remember, of course, it's not playing in your head, but you remember it, and it feels fresh. it felt uncanny, it felt personal, it felt very familiar in multiple ways that are hard to explain. But as you're going through that in your head, Echo, I want you to, once again, say it with me, everyone, roll to assess the situation, and we'll see.
Assess the situation.
Let's see what you can do with this goal.
Is Joey's code underestimated?
That's
That's a funny little.
Yeah.
That's a funny little joke.
No.
For what? Just, hey, look, a full
Oh.
All right. That is 3. You get 3 questions with your sharpened eyes. What are you trying to do? What do you want to figure out? Where are you going with this?
Doing a more, rather than a quick cursory glance, do I find, rather than code referencing the other 2 personalities of Joey, do I find, like, their, how do I say this? Their being, their sense of self, their souls?
As you are looking around, you do not find them.
Do I find
As-
that...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm the Canadian here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as you are doing this and typing and you're having that result and stuff, Joey just starts kind of like filling, somewhat of an awkward space, because I did just kind of talk you into doing this. Being like, I wonder if they're in a car too, or if, maybe Joe's in a plane. Maybe they're viewing things from some foggy place, or I don't know. What if they're hiding in somewhere odd that I just don't really think about or touch a lot?
As Joey says this, actually, to give you a bonus on that question, as Joey is thinking so actively about them, you see references to them, but it's like the references almost don't lead anywhere, or they lead somewhere where you can't go.
Are they? Here's an interesting question. Is their code intermingling with Joey's?
You think that based on what is happening with Joey, the fact that information comes from their core and that the metal that makes up their body, it almost seems programmed to do what it does and to respond to the stimuli from the electrical signals coming from her core. And the fact that Joey's the only one present in that forefront data drive, the fact that you can't find them anywhere, you wonder if they might be lost and intermingled in all of that data. They might be mixed in somewhere in there.
Echo kind of tosses this screen share back to Joey. I'm not finding anything. Besides names and references, they might just be lost very, very deep in your code right now. I can't pull them up.
Joey's kind of scoffs, almost looking at it, shocked that was the thing that was hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if their days blur together in repetition.
We don't know that.
That's what sucks about being gone so long. I do know that. If the metal interacts with the code this way, that means they could just be a part of everything. Every shift. It's a question. Are they nowhere or everywhere? Thank you for looking.
You've got one more question.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, we've honestly gotten so many questions, so many more questions answered than I even expected personally, that I'm just like shocked.
Because he had code that he said that did things to Joey.
Mhm.
And that worries Echo. Is there any other code like that someone could abuse if they say the right thing? A la Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you are looking around, and it seems like there are references to codes like that scattered throughout the Weston programming.
Can I delete them?
You worry that messing with Joey's code might make what happened before happen again, but you're not sure.
There's more code for things people can say to get you to do stuff. Just something to be aware of.
What?
Yeah, I found some, and he kind of screen shares that to her. I can't.
And looking at it, what is it to make me do? Does it say anything specifically?
It just seems like there are a lot of commands for interruption. Like, it's a lot of layers of, oh, if this robot goes rogue, we need ways to make sure it doesn't, like, start killing people. So it's just a lot of things. The one that was canceled before was a full stasis, operation ceasing code. But this is just, it's a lot of just seemingly random protocols that are based off of, like, voice recognized commands to be made.
Does it have the voice recognition echo? Does it have it programmed in which voice to recognize?
Does it?
It does.
Is it?
Code in yourself.
That's a... I don't know what they say. Like, I don't know what to say if they did.
Just do your own voice as the recognition. It doesn't matter if you don't know what to say. You'll hopefully never have to use it.
Are you sure? If we start, fiddling with that, something bad might happen like it did before.
You're not rewriting it. You're just changing the voice recognition. It's a part of the code. You should be able to use the code to change it. We're not deleting anything, necessarily. We are just changing it.
Is there like a root voice activation Weston?
Spark thinks that he could figure out and help you figure out how to go about this, and it would be as simple as recording the tones of your voice in order to recognize it. And Spark thinks it would be simple to add you, but if it were about overwriting the voice that's already in there, that's where you get worried about, like, self-defense mechanisms might jump up.
I can add myself. I'm still scared to fully, cut him out of the picture.
Well, then add yourself, because if I get into a fight ever with anyone who is associated with Weston Enterprises again, if all they can do is shut me down with their voice, then I need someone who can wake me back up again.
Do you want me to add anyone else?
No, just you.
He blushes a bit at that and just kind of looks at the screen. Sure. Then he just starts tapping away very slowly, editing the code.
And Spark basically just pulls up a protocol hidden within the code, brings it to the forefront, that activates a voice recognition. And from Joey, if you want to play this, we'll just ask Echo for a voice sample.
If I want to play what?
Just the system voice that is interacting with Echo and being like, asking for the voice sample.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Geez.
I'm sorry, whenever you said that, also my mind immediately went to for some reason, the Incredibles bird that does the voice key incorrect. I don't know why that immediately came to
she's
mind.
thinking about birds again. She's thinking
Oh
about.
god.
I'm thinking about
Roll of
birds again. I
just
can't
thought
help it.
Out of that like lady's voice who goes, "Audio jungle."
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
That's an old
Okay.
reference for everybody.
I'm trying to think how to start it. As it like pops up, it would say awaiting vocal imprint.
Echo, also known as Rift Runner.
Rift Runner confirmed. I'm listening for more of your voice print now.
Lulelo. I'm from the wastes of Megea. I grew up a life as a scavenger and I found myself at Star Heights is where I met Joey, who's a very close friend of mine. I care about her deeply.
Speak the sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
The system listens. Sound waves detected. Confirmed. You watch as it kind of adds this into the code.
Echo's face is very red. It just grumbles and crosses his arms.
You like glance slowly over to the side as you see Spark just give you a little thumbs up.
I don't ways of I'm like, shish you, I don't hear it.
You imagine this voice also is just like, now sing.
Now, sing Rihanna.
Yeah. Sing your purpose.
Echo just kind of goes, there, I'm added.
Good. Now we can stop.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm sure. If I wasn't able to find them, I don't want to risk anything else from looking more.
Okay. Echo kind of unplugs the machine from your head as he kind of starts doing the empty procedures of the machine. As soon it opens, and he just kind of walks over, goes to give you a hand out of it.
Mm-hmm. Joey takes your hand and puts their legs out one at a time before hopping out. Huh. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm glad we got some answers. And he kind of reaches over and there's a little data pad. He takes off the keyboard as he goes and offers it to you.
I take it.
If you plug that in and download the data, it should give you all the readings and data I collected from the machine.
Thank you.
Again, don't mention it.
I feel like there's a pause where it almost seems like Joey's about to almost immediately do it, but she lowers it and kind of just hugs it tightly to her stomach. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. What time is it?
It is late. It is past midnight. It is deep in the nighttime hours.
We should probably wrap it up here, just so they don't get suspicious. I'm sure the monitor's watching me on the cameras outside,
No, you're right. You're completely right. Thank you. I kind of go to awkwardly hug you again.
He just sighs and just hugs you forward. He just hugs you close.
I still, I don't know, you know, obviously I don't know exactly what I am. Like, just a vessel of bolts and energy, but it's kind of cool to know that there's something in the silence in between all of that, you know, where logic can't really reach.
Well, you know, I think the important thing is that you're you, and that's what matters the most, right? It kind of gives you
Yeah.
a think.
She kind of forces a laugh at that. I'm me. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She kind of goes to sidestep around you for a second, and as she kind of starts to walk, she takes one more second to kind of just turn and
Yeah, he's kind of he's picking up Terry's helmet as he kind of looks it
Mhm.
over, and he kind of catches your eye and kind of looks. Did you forget something?
No. I'm just thinking about Joe and Jay and how they're just, I don't know, a part of me. I hope they're happy I did this.
I'm sure they're very happy about it.
And without a
Joey
word,
is.
Joey starts to turn and she starts to walk. Kind of just nodding her head at that. And she like does a quick peek, like unlocking the door, cracking it open and looking both ways in the hallway.
The monitor is standing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look out in the hallway, you don't see anybody.
You should go shortly after me. It's late.
I mean, I'm following. I'm just closing up shop. I just was out right behind you.
Okay. Steps out and I'm skedaddling.
All right.
That girl also steps
Oh.
out. Is there?
Actually, there is a moment here because I feel like she'd take a couple steps and then go, wait. And I turn around and I give you your necklace back, my bud.
Oh, you gotta pause. He goes, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. No, yeah. Of course.
Puts it back on
And
his.
scurries off.
Is there a camera somewhere in this hallway that
Yes.
Echo knows about?
Yes, there is.
Echo kind of looks at the camera, and then he raises Terry's helmet and he points to it. he's implying he's been working on this.
I've been working on this. This is what I've been working on. I have receipts.
He just grumbles as he puts it under his armpit and starts walking down the hall.
All right. Yeah, you make your way down the hall, eventually head back to your room, and everyone is able to return and rest for the night.